Hello, this is Nicole. I was going to write this, but I didn't feel like doing all the writing. Something just came to me, so I love doing car videos. I'm getting ready to go to the grocery store, so I wanted to talk about this instead of writing it down, because me being at the grocery store actually has something to do with what I'm going to talk about. It's about how God's voice is a whisper when he talks to you. And I know a lot of you probably have heard that before when wondering how God speaks to you and how God can speak to you, and he can speak to you in different ways. And one that always sticks with me when people say is God speaks to you in a small whisper. And a lot of times that's what happens to me when I'm actually listening, and have my heart open and have my mind open. I do have them times where he's like, look, Nicole, this is what needs to be done. Or if I'm not listening, something around me happens that makes me listen. But anyway, I've talked a lot about how my weight loss and how I'm trying to stay on plan, and how this is a lifestyle for me, and how I try to stay within my lifestyle to keep me. So recently I was part of a small group, a small group called To Crave, which was searching for fulfillment from God and not food. So it was a lot of relying on the Lord, praying, looking to the Lord when there were struggles, and things of that nature. Very, very good class to think about how us overeating and how us not listening and how us filling ourselves with food instead of looking to the Lord is just like it is a sin, because we're filling ourselves with something other than God. Food is a false idol. So one of the things that I struggle with more than anything, especially on Saturdays, and filming this on a Saturday, is that's usually my day where, even though this is a lifestyle for me, I eat more carbs. I'm a very low carb eater. That's how I keep my weight going down. It's how I keep myself together weight wise, and also I feel best when I don't eat a lot of carbs and clog me down. Sometimes it's hard. Saturdays was usually and has always been that day where I go and have a little bit of extra carbs and have a little bit of extra this. But the last few weeks, I've been on the cusp of an 80-pound loss, and I haven't lost any more. I've gained a little bit over the holidays, but I know it's all water weight, so now I'm on a downward stroke again. And I want to stay that way again, because when I'm on plan, more so than just me losing the weight, I feel better, when I'm doing what I know that I need to do to have peace. That's one thing we learned in the study, was that my weight loss goal is peace. So I feel peace when I am sticking to the low carb, very low carb lifestyle. So anyway, yesterday was Friday, it was New Year's Day. And I knew Saturday was coming. It's weird, I still struggle with this as much as I do. And I knew, I was like, oh, so many things that I wanted. I wanted to go to Bojangles. I wanted a chicken biscuit. I wanted some biscuits. I wanted some fried chicken. I wanted all of this stuff. But I also knew that I needed to get some more, I get these like steak, shredded beef from the Safeway, because it's like having a cheese steak without the bread. So I usually have some of that on hand in my freezer, so I could cook that throughout the week when I want something kind of like, I don't know, I just want to feel some kind of way. Even though I can't have the bread, I do the cheese, I do the meat, and I do the onions and all of those things in it. So it's usually good. I usually have it with a steak, because I do mostly beef, and I do mostly meat, mostly beef. So I get that from the Safeway. It's a good deal. It's like you get 4 packs for $20, $19.99. So the Safeway that's nearest my home is by Bojangles, and it's by the Chinese food place that I like, to get wings from, because I can't eat Chinese food anymore because it makes me sick. But I was like, okay. So Friday, I knew I was doing well with, the week, and I had been eating on plan. So I did not want to come off of that. I didn't want to go back to feeling a certain kind of way. I wanted to keep this peace I've had. So remembering the class, remembering what I had been doing even before the class, I told the Lord, I said, Lord, help me not go down to this Safeway and eat Bojangles. I went through all the things. Oh, one biscuit isn't going to kill me. I can eat it early. That's my thing. I can eat it early, because I eat one meal a day pretty much, because it just works out. I'm not starving myself. It's just when I eat around midday between 12 and 1, I eat enough that I last the rest of the time. I don't get hungry. So I tried to wrestle in my head. I can get a biscuit. I can have the fried chicken meal. I could even go to the Chinese food place if I wanted and get these 4 wings and get some fried rice, all this stuff. But I would still go to Safeway and get what I need to get for the rest of the week, right? So I was trying, and I was like, Lord, I know I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I can't do it. I shouldn't do it because I'm just doing it out of a want, not a need. It's just being greedy. It's just being greedy, and I don't want to be greedy. So Lord, help me. So I wrestled with that a lot for Friday. I wrestled with it before I went to bed Friday evening. I said, Lord, help me, right? Because this is what we learned in the class. Is just ask the Lord, talk to the Lord, and wait and lean on Him and not the food. So I did that. I went to bed. Got up this morning again, thought about it. I could go right down to this Safeway. It was right by the Bojangles, and I could do everything that I was thinking about. But in my head, I knew, Nicole, that's not what you want to do. It's not what you want to do. I prayed again, and I prayed again. And then, probably a little bit later, it came to me that I could go to the Safeway a little further down the road, 15 minutes down the road, and it's not by Bojangles. It's not by the Chinese food place. It's not by that place where I would be so tempted that it would be hard not to go to the Bojangles after I got what I needed from the Safeway. One of the things we learned in the class is that sometimes you have to physically move, out of certain situations. And that happens everywhere. Sometimes you can't physically be in a particular place. So that still voice, my prayers, I was driving here. I said, yeah. When I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I could go to the Safeway. Because it was almost like, hey, go to the Safeway down the street. Go to the Safeway that's not around all those things. And then it clicked. It's like, yes, I don't have to go to that Safeway. It's like other Safeways in the area that's not going to tempt me at the one down the street. So I was like, yep, that's what I'll do. I'll go to this other Safeway. I'll get what I need to get, and I'll come home. And then I will stay in that peaceful spot. So I'm driving down to this Safeway, and then I realized that was the Lord in that small voice that helped me through this, that said to me, here's your answer. You ask, and I'm helping you, and I listen. And I had to thank the Lord as I'm driving down the street because He helped me. Sometimes we ask the Lord for things, and I don't know, I'll say me. I ask the Lord, and I don't always right away realize that it's the Lord that just helped me through things. Because sometimes, we think that it's our idea, but it's not always our idea. It's the Lord, giving us that little push or giving us that little nudge to say, hey, this is the way to go. I'm helping you right now. I'm answering what you asked for right now. And then, because once I said I can go to the Safeway further down, there's that peace. There was that peace. I no longer had to wrestle with trying to get myself not to go to that Bojangles at the Safeway. And, it's a simple thing, and, we don't always lean on the Lord for everything. This is another thing from the class. It's not always leaning on the Lord for everything. You think, oh, it's food, I gotta eat. The Lord is not going to care, but He does care. He does care about whatever you care about, the Lord cares about. And if you ask Him, if you talk to Him about it, He'll help you just as much with the big things. He'll help you with the little things as well. To me, this is not even a little thing. This is a big thing for me. It may not be a big thing for you. It may not be a big thing for everybody else, but it's a big thing to me. So today, when this happened, I thought about it. This is what I wanted. This is what I needed. And all I can do is thank the Lord. So I wanted to come on and talk about it. I was going to write it in my blog, but it was just too much to write. So that's it. Just listen, because that small voice you know, is the Lord telling us? And we just have to listen, and we have to take it, and we need to, and you'll feel the peace, you know, once you take it, even though if it's something you don't want to hear, that peace comes. All right, thanks.